You're in a relationship, but something feels off. Your instincts tell you that something is strange. She is very reserved when you ask questions about her past or casually mention other men's names in a normal conversation. If you're looking for a trustworthy relationship, you might be falling into a trap, but I will help you avoid that today. If you want to know if she has had multiple sexual partners, just look for some signs. These 9 signs will give you direct clues about how she lived her past. Remember, it's not about judging, but finding the right partner who won't play with your feelings and will commit to a long-term relationship. So stay with us until the end and find out if it's worth starting a relationship with a woman, or if you should simply cut ties as soon as possible. 1. She feels very comfortable with physical intimacy. Your first intimate moment with her was concerning rather than amazing. Yes, you expected it to be amazing, but it ended up being unexpectedly intense. She might feel very at ease and bold with physical intimacy, which could indicate she has had many previous experiences. If you are confused, let me explain instead of you taking the first step. If she initiates like a pro, it could be a sign she has experience. She doesn't shy away from hugs and kisses, but is open to more advanced or even strange moves, accepting everything you propose. If your instinct tells you she has a lot of experience with physical intimacy, it could be a sign you shouldn't ignore. However, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. She might naturally be more expressive and talented in bed, so you should also pay attention to other signs to ensure she is the right partner for you. In relationships, physical intimacy plays a crucial role. Studies have shown that people who are more experienced in relationships tend to be more comfortable and proactive in initiating physical intimacy. This comfort can stem from a history of multiple partners, which has given them ample opportunity to explore and understand their sexual preferences. According to research by the Kinsey Institute, people who report having multiple sexual partners often exhibit higher levels of sexual confidence and are more likely to engage in a variety of sexual behaviors. Moreover, societal attitudes towards sexuality and experience have shifted significantly over the years. In the past, women were often judged harshly for having multiple sexual partners, but today, there's a broader acceptance of sexual exploration and experience. This cultural shift means that women who are comfortable with their sexuality may not feel the need to hide their past experiences. However, this openness can sometimes be misinterpreted or cause discomfort for partners who are less experienced or hold more traditional views on sexual relationships. It's essential to approach this sign with a nuanced understanding. Comfort with physical intimacy doesn't necessarily mean she has had many partners. It could also reflect her personality, upbringing, or even a specific connection she feels with you. Therefore, it's crucial to consider this sign in conjunction with other indicators before drawing any conclusions. 2. She avoids emotional closeness. Sometimes a man, no matter how strong he is, feels emotionally vulnerable and will seek his partner to fill that void. A spiritual connection and emotional support are important in a relationship as they help couples get through tough times together. But what if your partner doesn't respond to your need for an emotional connection? A woman who has had multiple sexual partners usually exhibits this behavior and avoids emotional closeness. How do you know if she is really avoiding emotional connection? If you try to have a deep conversation and she seems to prefer light chats, quickly changes the subject, or avoids talking about feelings, she might be avoiding emotional intimacy. If you feel that your efforts are in vain, it might be time to stop trying. However, it could also be a sign that she is more reserved or has been emotionally hurt before. Maybe you should give her a bit more time before making a decision. Emotional intimacy is the foundation of a strong and lasting relationship. According to Dr. John Gottman, a renowned psychologist who has studied relationships for decades, couples who share deep emotional bonds are more likely to weather the storms of life together. Emotional closeness involves being able to share one's innermost thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or rejection. It requires vulnerability and trust, which can be difficult to achieve for someone who has been hurt in past relationships. A study published in the Journal of Sex Research found that individuals with a history of multiple sexual partners often report lower levels of emotional intimacy in their relationships. This could be due to various factors, including emotional trauma from past relationships, fear of vulnerability, or a preference for maintaining superficial connections rather than deep emotional bonds. It's also possible that individuals who prioritize physical intimacy over emotional connection may have a different approach to relationships, focusing more on the physical aspects rather than the emotional ones. Understanding why she avoids emotional closeness can provide valuable insights into her past experiences and current mindset. It's essential to approach this issue with empathy and patience. Instead of making assumptions, consider having open and honest conversations about your emotional needs and expectations. Creating a safe and supportive environment where she feels comfortable sharing her feelings can help build the emotional connection you're seeking. 3. She tells vague or inconsistent stories. An important sign that she might have had multiple sexual partners in the past is inconsistencies in her stories. After months together, if you still can't say for sure that she has clearly shared her past with you and the things she shares are vague or inconsistent, it could be a sign. For example, she might tell you one story one day and a different one the next. These inconsistencies can include mentioning names of more than one guy, talking about a long-term ex, and then saying she never had a serious relationship, or describing a hobby shared with a previous partner that doesn't match her current interests. It's important to remember that not everyone likes to relive old relationships. Some people might prefer to focus on the present with you. However, if her vagueness or inconsistencies make you feel insecure or suspicious, it's worth exploring gently. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any successful relationship. According to Dr. Harville Hendricks, a prominent relationship therapist, clear and consistent communication fosters trust and understanding between partners. When stories about her past are vague or inconsistent, it can create a sense of unease and suspicion. This lack of clarity might suggest that she is either hiding something or feels uncomfortable sharing certain aspects of her past with you. Research indicates that individuals who have had multiple partners may struggle with transparency in their relationships. This could be due to a fear of judgment or a desire to avoid potential conflicts. A study by the American Psychological Association found that people who perceive their partners as judgmental or critical are less likely to disclose personal information. This fear of negative evaluation can lead to vague or inconsistent storytelling as a protective mechanism. It's crucial to approach this issue with sensitivity and an open mind. Instead of interrogating her about her past, try to create an environment where she feels safe and supported in sharing her experiences. Ask open-ended questions and express genuine interest in her stories. By building trust and showing empathy, you can encourage her to be more transparent and consistent in her communication. 4. She frequently changes plans at the last minute. Has she canceled plans at the last moment more often? These fluctuations can be more frustrating than the stock market. Have you ever wondered why this keeps happening? It's understandable if plans are canceled for obvious reasons once or twice, but if this happens repeatedly, there's definitely something wrong. Also, note that she always provides vague reasons for these cancellations. She might say a last-minute meeting came up, but surprise meetings don't happen that often. Or she might mention a friend coming to town but is very careful not to reveal the identity of this friend. You shouldn't let her play with you like this. Clearly, she is prioritizing something over the relationship with you, and that's a sign that cannot be ignored. Consistency in plans and prioritizing time together are key indicators of commitment in a relationship. Research by the Journal of Marriage and Family suggests that couples who consistently make time for each other are more likely to report higher levels of satisfaction and stability in their relationships. When plans are frequently canceled or changed at the last minute, it can signal a lack of commitment or other priorities taking precedence. There can be various reasons for this behavior. For instance, she might have a demanding job with unpredictable schedules or personal issues that require her immediate attention. However, if these cancellations become a pattern and are accompanied by vague or inconsistent explanations, it raises legitimate concerns about her priorities and commitment to the relationship. To address this issue, it's important to have an open and honest conversation about your expectations and feelings. Express how these last-minute changes make you feel and discuss the importance of reliability and consistency in building a strong relationship. By understanding each other's priorities and finding a balance that works for both, you can work towards a more committed and stable relationship. 5. She frequently compares you to previous partners. A woman entering a relationship for the first time will never compare you to someone else because you are all she knows. However, if she has had multiple partners in the past, it's likely that she will compare you to her ex-boyfriends at some point, voluntarily or involuntarily. How do you know if she compares you to her ex-boyfriends? She might mention that the steak you cooked at home is better than what she used to enjoy with her ex, or talk about how an ex loved a certain activity that you never suggested. During an argument, she might compare your flaws to those of her ex-boyfriend. These comparisons, no matter how subtle, can make you feel insecure. The important thing is that these comparisons are not your fault. A person who has spent time with multiple partners will end up comparing them at some point. You need to let her know that she can't play with you like that. If she regularly compares you to her ex, it might be time to have an open discussion about your insecurities and let her know that you won't tolerate this behavior. Comparisons in relationships can be damaging and undermine self-esteem. According to Dr. Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, comparisons can erode the foundation of trust and respect in a relationship. When a partner frequently compares you to their exes, it can create feelings of inadequacy and resentment. It's essential to address this issue early on to prevent it from becoming a recurring problem. Research in the field of relationship psychology indicates that individuals who frequently compare their current partners to previous ones may be struggling with unresolved feelings or attachment issues. A study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that people who maintain strong emotional ties to their ex-partners are more likely to engage in comparisons, which can hinder their ability to fully invest in their current relationship. To address this issue, it's important to have an open and honest conversation with your partner about how these comparisons make you feel. Express your desire to be valued and appreciated for who you are without being compared to her past relationships. Encourage her to focus on the unique aspects of your relationship and build new experiences together. By fostering a supportive and positive environment, you can work towards overcoming the negative impact of comparisons. 6. She is secretive with her phone. Secretive phone behavior can be a significant indicator of hidden communications or activities. If she consistently keeps her phone face down, quickly changes screens when you approach, or avoids taking calls in your presence, it might suggest she has something to hide. This behavior can include staying in touch with ex-partners or concealing conversations that she doesn't want you to know about. While everyone deserves privacy, a relationship built on trust should eliminate the need for such secrecy. In today's digital age, phones have become an integral part of our lives, storing a wealth of personal information and facilitating constant communication. According to Dr. Leslie Perlow, a professor at Harvard Business School, the way people use their phones in relationships can significantly impact trust and intimacy. Secretive phone behavior can create a sense of mistrust and suspicion, which can undermine the foundation of a healthy relationship. Research published in the journal Computers and Human Behavior found that individuals who engage in secretive phone behavior are more likely to experience conflict and decreased satisfaction in their relationships. This behavior can stem from a variety of factors, including a desire for privacy, fear of judgment, or maintaining connections with past partners. It's important to understand the underlying reasons for this behavior to address it effectively. To address this issue, it's crucial to have an open and honest conversation about digital privacy and trust in your relationship. Discuss your feelings and concerns about her secretive phone behavior and express the importance of transparency and honesty. Establishing boundaries and mutual agreements about phone use can help build trust and create a sense of security in your relationship. By fostering open communication and mutual respect, you can work towards overcoming the negative impact of secretive phone behavior. 7. She focuses excessively on physical appearance. An obsessive focus on physical appearance, both hers and yours, might suggest a history of valuing superficial attributes, possibly influenced by past partners. While taking pride in one's appearance is normal, an excessive emphasis can indicate deeper insecurities or the need to meet perceived standards set by previous relationships. It's essential to discuss this openly to understand her perspective and alleviate any insecurities it may cause. Body image and self-esteem play significant roles in shaping an individual's behavior and attitudes towards physical appearance. According to Dr. Renee Engeln, a psychologist specializing in body image, societal pressures and past experiences can significantly impact a person's focus on physical appearance. Individuals who have had multiple partners may place a higher value on physical attributes due to past relationships that emphasized superficial qualities. Research published in the journal Body Image found that individuals with a history of multiple partners often report higher levels of body dissatisfaction and engage in more appearance-related behaviors. This focus on physical appearance can stem from a desire to meet perceived standards or a fear of being judged based on physical attributes. It's important to approach this issue with empathy and understanding, recognizing the complex factors that contribute to body image concerns. To address this issue, it's essential to have open and supportive conversations about body image and self-esteem. Express your appreciation for her inner qualities and reassure her of your love and acceptance. Encourage her to focus on self-care and well-being rather than solely on physical appearance. By fostering a positive and supportive environment, you can help alleviate her insecurities and build a stronger, more confident relationship. 8. She avoids discussing sexual health. Open discussions about sexual health are crucial for a healthy relationship. Reluctance or refusal to talk about this topic can be alarming. It might indicate she's hiding something significant, such as past infections or contraceptive use. Ensuring transparency in sexual health is vital for mutual trust and safety. Effective communication about sexual health is essential for building trust and ensuring the well-being of both partners. According to the American Sexual Health Association, discussing sexual health openly and honestly can help prevent misunderstandings and promote a healthy sexual relationship. Avoidance of this topic can create a sense of mistrust and raise concerns about her past sexual experiences and current practices. Research published in the journal Sexually Transmitted Infections found that individuals who avoid discussing sexual health are more likely to engage in risky sexual behaviors and have a higher risk of contracting sexually transmitted infections, STIs. This avoidance can stem from various factors, including fear of judgment, lack of knowledge, or unresolved issues from past relationships. It's important to approach this issue with sensitivity and an open mind. To address this issue, it's crucial to create a safe and supportive environment for discussing sexual health. Initiate the conversation with empathy and express your concerns and expectations regarding sexual health practices. Encourage her to share her experiences and feelings without fear of judgment. By fostering open and honest communication, you can build a foundation of trust and ensure the well-being of both partners. 9. She avoids introducing you to her friends. If she consistently avoids introducing you to her friends, it might suggest she's hiding aspects of her past. Friends often know intimate details, and her reluctance might stem from fear of them revealing these to you. Open communication about your desire to meet her friends can provide insights into her social circles and past relationships. Integrating into each other's social circles is an important aspect of building a strong and supportive relationship. According to Dr. Bella DePaulo, a social psychologist, introducing a partner to friends and family signifies a level of commitment and trust. Avoidance of this integration can raise concerns about her transparency and willingness to fully invest in the relationship. Research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that individuals who avoid introducing their partners to friends and family often experience higher levels of relationship insecurity and lower satisfaction. This avoidance can stem from a desire to keep certain aspects of their past hidden or a fear of judgment from friends and family. It's essential to address this issue openly and honestly to understand her reasons for this behavior. To address this issue, express your desire to meet her friends and become a part of her social circle. Discuss the importance of social integration in building a strong and committed relationship. Encourage her to share her feelings and concerns about introducing you to her friends. By fostering open communication and mutual understanding, you can work towards overcoming this barrier and strengthening your relationship. Navigating the complexities of a relationship requires keen observation and open communication. Recognizing these 9 signs can help you understand your partner's past and her readiness for a committed relationship. Remember, the goal isn't to judge but to ensure your emotional well-being and find a partner who respects your commitment. Take your time, communicate openly, and never settle for less than you deserve. Your dedication to building a genuine, lasting relationship is commendable.